What is up, YouTube? We are not going to be drinking any smoothies or green juices today. We are not going to be journaling. We are not going to be doing yoga. We are not going to be talking about positivity and manifestation. And I want to welcome you to the most unorthodox guide to be that girl. We have lived totally different lives, you and I, most likely. Maybe we haven't, and this might be really beneficial to you. But I have been living free, living large, living with zero responsibility, zero stress, pretty much my whole entire life. And we'll get a little bit deeper into that in the video. I just want to let you know that my life, my routine, things that make me feel good, things that make me feel alive might be totally different than the things that you need right now. If this video doesn't speak to you and you have been doing this stuff your whole life already anyway, I'm sorry, but these are just things that I've been doing over the last few months that have made me a better person, happier person, more lively, just all around shine a little bit brighter. Without further ado, enjoy the video and welcome to the most unorthodox guide of being that girl. Good morning. It is 6:45. I am going to work for like 30 minutes while I finish my coffee. I have to do an hour of cardio this morning. I'm in prep for a bodybuilding competition, so typically I would not be getting up at 6:45 and going to do fasted cardio, but that is what my programming entails. So I'm just gonna work for 30 minutes, finish my coffee. I have to start a couple clients off, and then we're going to hit the road for the gym. It is 7:30 a.m. Time to go to the gym, hit some cardio, come home, eat breakfast, work a little bit, and then carry on with the rest of my day. I am wearing Ryderwear leggings, the best workout brand in the history of workout brands. I'm also wearing a Ryderwear sports bra. I'm just gonna do an hour on the stairs today. So exciting.
One eternity later.
back home again and I am sweaty. So first things first is get out of these sweaty clothes and jump in the shower. Okay, hair and makeup is done, and I know a lot of people would argue that just blow drying your hair isn't like doing your hair, but dude, I love how like frizzy and voluminous, and dude, I don't know why, I love how it looks. And I feel like in like 3 hours, like the frizziness dies down, so it's just like this super voluminous, like just vibe, dude. I think it looks really cute, so if you don't like it, it is time to eat breakfast. It's 9:51, time to enjoy some breakfast. Okay, so I'm not super hungry in the morning, and during show prep, your calories get really low. So I utilize things like not being hungry in the morning to save calories for later in the day when I'm a little bit more hungry, like before and after training and at night. I'm not usually super ravenous like first thing when I wake up. That's also why I do fasted cardio. There's like no grand benefits for doing fasted cardio. It's just what works for me. It gets me up in the morning, pushes my breakfast back, and even still I'm not like crazy hungry. I am hungry. I'm pretty much hungry all the time at this point with how low of calories I'm eating. Gotta love a deficit, but it just makes it a little bit more manageable for me. So I'm only gonna have an egg, a slice of ham, some avocado, and then 2 slices of bread as a little sandwich this morning. So let's get cooking. Also going to have another cup of coffee because now that I'm sober, coffee is my vice. I like putting my Sweet and Low in the cup before I put my coffee in because then I don't have to stir it. And honestly, half the time I'll put my milk in there too because once again, I won't have to stir it. Think smarter, not harder. Super simple. I've got everything in the pan at once. 2 slices of toast, 1 ounce of ham, and 1 whole egg. Ready to flip. Recently just poked my egg and cut open the yolk, but I think I'll be able to salvage it. I love a runny yolk. There you have it for breakfast. Super simple. It took me like 3 minutes in total to make. Don't tell me that doesn't look absolutely impeccable. Hi guys, so before we dive into this video, I kind of want to explain a little bit more about what this video is. If you're not familiar with the trend, and it's kind of like a half like joke, half a little bit of substance in there. The trend is referring to yourself or somebody else as like that girl, and typically that girl has like these identifiable characteristics, like she wakes up early, she journals, like goes to church, like kind of has these almost like laughed at routines. It kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit with what this ultimately means. Being that girl and like having a routine and wanting what's best for yourself and trying to become the best version of yourself is really what it's all about. While I don't really like refer to myself as that girl, I do and have been really working on myself over the last like 3-4 months. It's been quite a journey, and I think it's important to talk about it in like a more positive way. On December 12th last year, I decided to be sober. And if you guys have been following my YouTube channel, my Instagram channel, you know that I, in the past struggled with hard drugs like pretty much since I hit my teen years. I was really addicted to Xanax and Coke and pretty much any pill I could get my hands on. There was a period in my life where I was like very much addicted to that pill or substance. I was dating somebody for 5 years and I was clean for like 4 of those years. I was still smoking weed and drinking, but I hadn't done Xanax or Coke in a really long time, and towards the end of our relationship I started dabbling back into that. So technically speaking, I had a relapse even though I wasn't like totally sober. Someone who is declaring sobriety, it can be for really anything, even if you're still kind of partaking in other substances. Like I stopped smoking weed, I stopped doing all drugs, but I still partake in drinking copious amounts of coffee and in taking a lot of caffeine. Aside from my sobriety, I have just been really taking like full control of my life. In 2021, I was very much doing whatever I wanted. So anything in the moment that made me feel good, I was doing. Anything that I didn't want to do was out the window. And I think I needed to go through this process. I don't regret it. I'm not mad at myself. The relationship that I was in was very like suffocating, and I felt like I just wanted to like go fucking off the rails after I left that relationship. I was traveling a bunch last year. I bought a motorcycle. I started drinking a lot more. I was smoking heavily. I was pretty much just like covering up all these things that I wasn't like totally okay with, which was like my emotions and like my depression and my feelings and the situations that I was getting myself into that I wasn't like super happy with, but I kept just like falling into this cycle. So on December 12th last year, I realized that I was about to turn 25 and I hated my life and I hated everything that I was doing. I even started an OnlyFans last year in February, and I fucking hated it. It was really great money, and I made more money last year than I ever have, and it was super comfortable. But even making that much money, being able to travel, being able to have this like free life, dude, I was so miserable. I was so miserable. Once I hit that realization where I was about to be 25 and I hated my life, it was like the easiest decision, and literally the first thing I thought was to stop smoking weed. I was still dabbling in other drugs. When I would drink, I would smoke cigarettes. And like cigarettes were something that I was addicted to from ages like 13 to 19. And that was something that I was like really happy of like getting rid of. Like smoke in your lungs in general is not good. But cigarette smoke, ew, dude. Fucking ew. I was preaching about like living your best life and all this, and I wasn't realizing that I was not happy and I wasn't really living my best life. I failed to realize living a stress-free, responsibility-free, lack of routine, lack of self-love, lack of discipline is really detrimental to your mental health. I'm still struggling with it a lot. I've only been sober for, it's been like 3 months and like 24 days, and I'm still struggling with it pretty heavily. I'm no master at this, but I do think it's important to share my story and kind of get the word out there that, dude, discipline's where it's at. Discipline is self-love. Being able to tell yourself no when you want a expedient reward, when you want to do something that would make you happy in the moment, if it means throwing away this goal that you have. That is what true like self-trust and self-love is. Started incorporating all these things that were going to help me have more responsibility, have an end goal, have just overall more structure. So aside from being sober, I signed up for a bodybuilding competition. I will be competing in the wellness division on June 11th in San Diego, California. And I've never done wellness before, so this is like a whole new ball field. I've done bikini competitions before, but I've gained quite a bit of muscle since then. So I thought, why not step it up a notch and see how I enjoy wellness. And I'm super excited. I also signed for a new car like a few days ago, and that is going to put me in like not a super uncomfortable financial situation, but definitely much less comfortable than I have been in a while. I'm putting like a big chunk of money down on it, and then obviously having to pay a car payment every month. My current car and my motorcycle are both paid off. That is just going to put me in a little bit more of a structural financial situation. I'm going to have to work harder and do these things to make sure that I survive. And then lastly, I have been in therapy for the last 4 months, which I'm actually going to go to today in about 30 minutes. Therapy has been such a, dude, a lifesaver. Obviously you need to find the right therapist, somebody that like connects with you and understands you, and just like makes sense to you. But dude, once you find that person, wow, it's a game changer. Having someone there to help sort your thoughts, help give a little bit of light on on your behaviors and things that you typically do, tell you it's okay, tell you you're strong, tell you when you might be fucking up a little bit. Absolutely magical. And on top of having an actual therapist, I've been going to a recovery group once a week. It's called Celebrating Recovery. And this is where I learned a lot about sobriety and how sobriety isn't just like a one-way road. This sobriety/recovery group that I go to, it has like so many different walks of life. People who are addicted to food, sex, obviously chemicals and substances, alcohol. The list goes on, and it's really, I was honestly really eye-opening. I thought, you know, sobriety was just like Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, and then like food and like sex addiction was something you just dealt with your therapist. Absolutely not, and they're way more common than you think. This group is at a church, so most of these people are churchgoers and you know, super religious, and they accepted me like without me being religious. I have not, you know, found my relationship with their God yet, and you know, maybe I never will, but it has been such a wonderful experience, and I would literally recommend it to anybody. Enough ranting. This video today is really just going to be a day in the life of things that I've kind of acquired over the last few months that have just made me feel good. They keep me in line, keep me busy, and keep me feeling trusting in myself. That's something that everybody can take from. We as humans are efficient, busy beings, and that just makes us feel good. I want to emphasize that you being your best self is going to be totally different than me being my best self. I, as I said, spent a lot of my life like living free, doing drugs, not having a routine, not doing well in school, not playing sports, just kind of withering away, if you will, for lack of better words. So structure and discipline and responsibilities are my new thing. And for you, living your best life looks a little bit more like having less responsibility and less routine, and that's totally fine. Anyway, let's dive into the video. Thank you for listening to me talk for like 10 minutes. I'll see you there. Here's the therapy fit today. I've got my acid washed jeans. Fucking love these. Thrifting, dude. And then I just have a cute little striped tank that I've been wearing all day. And I'm about to be late. Okay, I lied. Changed the tank really quick because the other one didn't match with my fanny pack, so now we're ready to go. So I'm back from therapy and I need to eat something, but I did want to say something that's been like super helpful in terms of like just making me feel good about my day is keeping my apartment clean, and just like things like making my bed in the morning and doing the dishes after I eat, and little things that like when they pile up they make me feel really bad, and honestly things that like would pile up when I'd be in like a depressive episode. So I've been trying to like be really good about making sure that my like house is clean and like my life is clean, because it's all connected. So I'm gonna sweep up the floor a little bit, do some laundry, do some dishes, and just make sure everything is up to speed with my whole entire life. So enjoy this little montage of me cooking, cleaning, and living. Excuse all of my loud appliances, but I did want to say, I feel like when I was in depressive episodes and I would let things like the dishes and my just like overall apartment just be cluttered and dirty happen, it would just intensify my depressive episode because I would think that I'm scum for living this way. So even when I don't feel very good, I always kind of push myself a little bit harder to make sure things are upkept, because then I feel a little bit more upkept. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's something that I've been implementing, so. It is 2:30, my apartment's all nice and clean, I ate some food, and I am ready to go to the gym. I just gotta get dressed, you know, get my pre-workout vibes going. I've been doing a full body split all week, so I'm only in the gym doing resistance training 4 times a week, but I'm hitting pretty much every single muscle group every time I'm in the gym. And I'm doing this so I can spread legs out throughout the week, so I'm not like super sore for, you know, whatever the 2 days that I'm doing legs. I'm just trying to do this for recovery purposes. It's almost kind of like a test to see if that's working, and so far it's going really, really well. And I'm honestly genuinely really enjoying it. It gives me a lot of variety when I'm working out, and I'm not like super fatigued at the end in like a specific muscle group. So today I've got a kick-ass workout. I'm gonna bring you guys with me, but it's time to get dressed and get out the dough. All right, here is the gym fit. I have Viore leggings on. Sorry, my air conditioner's on and it is very loud. Got Viore leggings on. I've got my little Bomba tie-dye socks, the white Vans, and then this is just a little old Gymshark sports bra. And then of course I've got my pump cover. I'm PMSing, so black is just what I always go for when I'm PMSing. So full black outfit with the white shoes. A little pre-workout cocktail going. I've been using this High Volume by Pay Science, and I really like the pump formula in it. So I usually do 1 scoop of that like at home before I hit the road, and then I'll do 1 scoop of Total War by Redcon 1 like as I'm driving to the gym, because this has caffeine in it. This does not. This is just like a kick-ass pump formula, and I've used this like years ago and I really loved it. And this pre-workout doesn't have like the most amazing pump like formula in it, so I've been using this and I'm really, really liking it. Optimizing the pump, dude. So I'm just gonna throw some water in here and mix it up and chug it. Throw a scoop of Total War. This is the strawberry kiwi flavor. Highly recommend. It is delicious. And then, as I said, I'm gonna drink this on the way to the gym during my drive. Ready for the gym. That was such a good workout. I am so hungry though. Gonna have some tilapia. I honestly don't know what else I'm gonna eat. Tilapia. Ooh, Maybe I'll have some tilapia tacos. That is exactly what I'm gonna have, actually. The fish is getting cooked. We've got tilapia in there, some cabbage, a little bit of roasted red salsa, and then some fermented beets on top. Do not knock it until you try it. Oh, and by the way, these are corn oh no, my tortilla just ripped. No, that is literally the, oh no, dude. There's nothing worse than your tortilla ripping, when you're trying to eat a taco. Might kill the vibe, but it doesn't kill the flavor. Whew, that's spicy. So usually at this time of night, it is 6 p.m. I usually get home from the gym between like 6 and 7. Eat some food, take a little shower, and then I have coaching calls and like programs to update and just overall work that needs to be done. So probably be sitting at the computer for the next like 3 hours or so. It's not going to be super exciting. So I will check back in when I'm done working. What's up, guys? I'm always leaving shit open. Tim, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I literally always leave the cabinets and drawers open. It's because I'm going to use it. I'm going to go back to it. That's the least I tell myself. Anyway, it is 8:40. I am still working, but I wanted to get some meal prepping done while I work. So we got the rice cooker all done and ready with my rice ready to be separated. And then I've got beef and turkey, and then I got stir-fry veggies over here ready to fucking go. I'm so excited. Dude, does this not just make you, just feel so good? I mean, I know it's not you, but like, this is what I live for. Meat's ready, veggies are ready. I'm gonna put 50 grams of veggies in each container and then like 4 to 5 ounces of meat in each container, depending on how much is gonna fit in there. I'm jazzed. Dude, I ran out of veggies for the last two, but that's okay. That's fine. Look at that. Wow. Dude, nothing feels better than 12 meal preps. I'll be honest with you. That's it right fucking there, dude. This is 2 cans of tuna with a tablespoon of mayo and some salt on it. And then I chopped up 2 fermented artichoke hearts, mind you, some banana peppers and some jalapenos. And those are going in the bowl. And then I'm gonna mix it all up and put it on 3 rice cakes. Do not knock it until you try it. I literally get to eat this whole bowl. This is my last meal of the day. I'm also meal prepping some potatoes because I'm just on like a meal prepping roll tonight. Finished all my work, feeling good, feeling fucking fiery, dude. Doesn't that look so good? It is 9:52. I've been trying to go to bed between like 11 and midnight. Since I've been sober, sleep has been like really random, but I've been doing a little bit better the last like week. Really trying to get to bed before midnight, like at the latest 1, because I want to get up earlier and get fasted cardio done so I can like eat and have like a normal schedule. I don't want to be getting up at like 9-10 a.m. and then going and doing fasted cardio because then I'm not eating until like noon, which isn't a big deal, but I just don't really like how it was making me feel. So I'm gonna eat my last meal, do some dishes. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video on how to edit YouTube videos while I eat. I typically like watch Netflix or something educational. I kind of like go back and forth. And then I gotta put these potatoes away when they're done cooking. And I'll probably read a couple pages of my book and then head to bed, but I'll check back in with you before that happens. Alright friends, it is 10:30 and I'm about to go to bed. I am going to read a couple pages of this book called Deep Work by Newport. He talks about obviously deep work and what it means to work deeply, but he also talks about a lot of distractions that we don't really know are distractions. So it's a pretty good book so far. It's not my favorite book that I've read this year, I will say, but it's good enough to keep me intrigued till I get to the end. So I'm I'm gonna finish this. I have another book coming on Wednesday, so I want to get this done. Actually, Wednesday's tomorrow. So I want to get this done ASAP. Reading has also been like super beneficial in this whole process over the last few months. I've read some really wonderful books. I'll actually link them below for you. I didn't really realize how much wonderful information is in books, and that sounds kind of stupid, but I've always thought like self-help books were kind of like corny, but they're not all like that corny, unrelatable type of stuff. There's a self-help book for everybody, and a lot of them that I'm reading aren't even self-help books. They're just either educational or like self-help and educational, which I think the last two that I've been reading have been kind of like that. So I'll link those below, and I will also link the next one I'm gonna read, as well as this one. I've read like I've read like 3 books, including this one, in the last like couple months, and that's like more than I've read since I was in high school. So that's a big W in my opinion, but yeah. Can't forget about skincare before I go to bed. So this face wash that I'm using is a face wash slash makeup remover, and I have brows and mascara on, so this is what I'm using. I'm also going to put a little bit of moisturizer on, and I usually put a drop or 2 of essential oils in there as well. This is a combination of rose, coconut, argan. Gosh, I do not remember all of them. There's I think there's like 5 oils in here, and it makes my skin feel immaculate. Two or 3 good squirts of Recover Me, and then 1 little drop of I Am Love, or 2, I guess. 2 slipped out of there, that's fine. So I don't usually break out too much unless I'm about to start my period, which I am. I am like on the brink. But Fré Skincare is like my go-to. It has been for literally like 4 years. It's got so many different products depending on what your skin reacts to and responds well to. But I highly recommend. If you have any questions about it, let me know. But yeah, I am going to edit for probably like 30 more minutes and then go to bed. I'm not like super tired yet, but I'll probably take some melatonin so I can actually get to bed at a good time, as I've said. Sleep has just been a little bit weird since I chose sobriety. So at the end of the day, this is me. I was literally trying to make a funny joke, like I was gonna spit on my phone, and then I dropped it in the water. So, ha 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 ha, joke's on me. Good night.